This is some crazy bark on here that I didn't think was going to have. Hey y'all, welcome to Jayjay Smokehouse Grill here on YouTube. We're going to do something a little different today. We're going to do a pork butt on a totally different cooker than I've been using. Hot and fast. There's rain in the area, so we've got an umbrella set up over our cooker. Hopefully we can stay dry while we're doing this. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope y'all enjoy it. Let's see how it turns out. Like I said, here's our setup for today. I've had this old grill for a long time, and I used to use it a good bit for steaks and hamburgers and whatnot, but had never really smoked anything on it. So we're going to try it today and see. We've got it, the barbecue guru here, hooked up to it, and I've got it set at 290. Right now it's running about 313. It just has to come up to temperature, so everything's kind of getting hot and all that, so it should settle back down to around 290. And we're going to try that there, and you can tell how much difference. You can see the original thermometer on this thing, how much difference there is between it and a good thermometer. So I'm gonna go inside and we'll get this pork butt ready to go, and we'll be back. Here's our pork butt we got for today. Don't know the weight on it. It's fairly small. I'd say probably 7-8 pounds. Got everything trimmed up, which didn't take much trimming on this one. And call me crazy, but we're gonna put it on with no seasoning. We're gonna do like Phil-N-Florence does. And after it gets done cooking, we're gonna put salt, kosher salt, coarse ground black pepper, and all on it after it's done, and shred it all up and see how it turns out. If y'all hadn't before, you need to look up Phil-N-Florence on YouTube. Has some great cooks on there, great guy, and great channel. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. We're just right at 12 noon. We've got this cooker cooled down to close to 300 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and put this pork butt on. There's heavy rain in the area, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with this. We've got us a makeshift umbrella, of course, zip tied to our cooker. Let's go ahead and get this pork butt on where it can be a cooking, and see how we're doing. We'll do this one-handed here. Well, there it is, no seasoning. I'm gonna wait to the end, like I said earlier, to do that. So let's get the lid shut and get to cooking. It's been about 3 hours, just a little bit over 3 hours since we put this pork butt on. You can see the temperature is running 322. It's run basically that the whole time, between about 325, I think was the highest it's got. But I can't get it to cool down. These cookers here is kind of like a green egg. Once you get them hot, it's hard to get them cool back down. So I guess I overshot the 290 that I was going to cook at. So we're just going along here at 320, 325, whatever it wants to run at. And like I said, it's been on there 3 hours. And let's open it up and see where we're at on the color and all. It's looking pretty good. It's not got near as much bark as I thought it'd have, but I believe that's basically because it don't have the rub and sugars and all that stuff on it. So we're gonna just let it go about maybe another 30 minutes, and we'll wrap it and see how long it takes for it to get done. So just stay with us, and we'll come back and wrap it here in about 30 minutes. All right, y'all, we're back. It's been 3.5 hours. Let's open this up and look at this pork butt, and we'll take our thermopop thermometer and check some temperatures, and I think we'll wrap it here in just a second. And we're already looking at like 187, 188 and climbing, so yeah, let's wrap it, and we'll go from there. I'll try to get this off one-handed, maybe. We're gonna put this in the paint here, and then we'll just put some foil over it. Welcome back, y'all. It's been 4.5 hours. I know I said I was going to film wrapping the pork butt. I did start filming it. I was using my iPhones, and my iPhone died on me, so I lost that clip. So y'all missed the part where we wrapped it, but basically we just took it off, put it in an aluminum half pan, and put foil over it, and we put it back on the cooker. It's been on there for another 45 minutes, so we're at a total of 4.5 hours. We're fixing to open it up and probe it and see where we're at on temperature and tenderness, and we'll go from there. Another thing I was wanting to say is on these cookers here, I know if you ever get them too hot, you can't get them cooled back down. That's one of the drawbacks to any kind of like a ceramic cooker, which this is not a ceramic, this is just a knockoff, but it's done the same thing. I overshot the 290 that I was wanting to be at to start with, and I just never have got it back down. It's been around about 325 while cooking before we wrapped it, and then of course opening the lid and I, to get the butt off, put it in the pan and all that, it spiked the temperature even more. So now we're running at, I'll show y'all, 368 degrees. Now I've tried multiple times opening the lid real quick and closing it, and just can't get it back down. So we're just gonna go with what we got. If we burn it up, we burn it up, but I think we'll be okay. So let's open it up and see where we're at on internal temp. And I'll get this thermopop by here, get it turned on, and we'll go from there. But we know it's running it way more than it should be on temp, but we'll see where we're at, how the tenderness is on it. Hit a bone. I'm gonna stay from them bones. You can see it's 208, and it's actually pretty tender. It's not hardly, even though it's saying 208. A lot of times when you cook hot and fast, you have to kind of go past what you normally would and let it come back. And I think that's going to be the case on this, because by temp it is showing to be that what I would normally pull a butt at, but the probe tenderness just ain't there yet, and that's I go by that more than anything. So let's give it 30 more minutes, and we'll try that. That'll be a total of 5 hours. It should be good by then. We'll come back here in 30 minutes and see what we got. All right, guys, we've given it another 30 minutes. It's been exactly 5 hours since we put this pork butt on. Let's take us another internal temp here. See where we're standing. I would say it's probably going to be still that 204.6, climbing 208. Just don't have that probe tenderness that I'm really looking for. Some places are pretty good, others is a little bit tighter. I think it'll be okay. So I think we'll just pull it off here and take it inside and let it rest probably for an hour, and we'll unwrap it, season it up with kosher salt and coarse ground black pepper and maybe some red pepper flakes, and we're gonna put some apple cider vinegar in it for sauce, and see how it comes out. Like I say, this is kind of an experiment, new grill, not a new grill, but first time using it kind of as a smoker. Bad weather, heavy rain was in the area when we started. It did rain. Now it's cleared off. Actually a pretty nice day now. So we'll take it inside and let this rest for about an hour. We'll unwrap it, season it up. I'll bring you back when we're doing all that. So just stay with us. We'll be back shortly. All right, y'all, welcome back. We've got our pork butt here, still wrapped up. It's been resting for 1 hour. We cooked it a total of 5 hours. We have our heat gloves here. We've got the Bragg organic apple cider vinegar, coarse kosher salt, the black pepper, coarse ground table grind black pepper, and we got some crushed red pepper flakes here, and that's what we're going to season it with. after we open it up here. So I'm gonna sit y'all down here and we'll get these gloves and all on opened up, and we'll see what we have. As you can see, we've got it opened up, and it's got a pretty good color to it actually. After it's rested, there's not any juice or much anything in there, which is a little bit concerning. But let's get this thing tore apart and seasoned up, and we'll see what we get. Let's just remove this bone first and get it out of the way. Bone come off pretty clean. That's a good sign. I'm just going to kind of break this up a little bit to start with. Kind of like that. I'm going to take our coarse salt, put a pretty healthy layer on it. Same thing with the coarse ground pepper. And then we're going to put a few red pepper flakes in here. Not going to go too heavy because don't want to go too much on it. And then let's put some of this apple cider vinegar in. Now let's start breaking it up, see how mix all this together and see how it looks. This is some crazy bark on here that I didn't think it was going to have. The smell of this is amazing. That vinegar. Maybe this is not shaking the camera too awfully bad. I know it's sitting on the table, so I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. Let me get y'all up here a little closer where you can see after we've got it kind of pulled apart. That's crazy good looking. Let's try it and see what it tastes like. We've got our little sample here of pork, and let's see what it tastes like. I think it needs a little more salt. Got a good smoky flavor to it. Pretty tender and juicy. Is it the best pork butt I've ever cooked? Probably not. But you know, sometimes you want to get out and try different things. That's what it's all about. All right, y'all, went back and added some more coarse kosher salt to it, and black pepper and red pepper flakes, and a little bit more of the apple cider vinegar, and I think I've got it kind of where we want it taste wise. Got some really good bark. That's kind of surprisingly. But you know, everything didn't go as planned on this cook. But that's cooking for you. It don't matter. Just go with the flow, and whatever happens, happens. Don't be afraid to step out and try something new and do something different. That's what makes you better as a cook. And you know, that's just the fun of barbecuing in itself. All right, that completes the cook for today. I want to thank all y'all for tuning in, watching the video. You know, when stuff don't go right, just stay with it, and we're gonna have a good product nevertheless. So we're gonna enjoy this for supper, and hope everyone has a good evening. And if you hadn't before seen some videos of mine, if you like what you see, subscribe, comment below. ring that bell notification, and we'll be putting out some more here in the near future as soon as we can. So appreciate y'all being here. We'll see you next time.